Maybe you took that off my mouth, but you can see from the vibes and from ab initio, we've told you what the theme of our budget is: fiscal discipline, hope, and optimism. First of all, we deliberately decided to run a budget that is fully homegrown, organic, no external borrowings. We want to be able to manage what we can, generate ourselves. You get it. And this has been enabled largely by the fact that there was the removal of oil subsidy and realignment of the exchange rate, and as such, more monies are now being available to the state. So if a state is having more naira by way of revenue, and we've also charged our internal revenue service, to up their game by trying as much as possible to increase revenue collections from the state, which they already started doing, by the way. The combination of those two has significantly put us in a better state, to be able to pay our bills and run our expenses, efficiently enough as to avoid any major external borrowings. And that is, first of all, the strategy. So for now, we want to be lean, we want to run, generate our revenues organically, and then run. The second is a way by also looking at also diversifying the economy. And this has several, maybe a few portals, let me use that word now, yes it were. First of all, agriculture, first of all, as food security, and also a means of income for our people. That's also one of the strategies. We've trying to develop the entire palm oil chain, value chain. A lot of work has been done by the Ministry of Agric in that space, and also resources channeled. These are like initial stages. You won't see anything now, but in the next couple of years, once these things begin to crystallize, you begin to, begin to feel the impact of some of these government programs and initiatives. First of all, palm fruit is both industrial raw materials as well as an exportable commodity. So either way, whether we sell locally or export, some monies will come in. Two, we're also looking at doing something in the rice space. Rice is staple. We'll eat rice. So from the strategic point of view of food security, we need to be able to grow at least some portion of our rice requirement within the state. Thankfully, there are some parts of the state, most parts of the state, I think, are rice arable. Rice can be grown. And we also, before long, commission a major rice processing factory facility within the state that will now help to stimulate those value chain. So people will now have another reason to grow rice within the state, because there will be a ready off-taker, to take up whatever they're bringing. So that is another level. The third one is carbon credit. Carbon credit is something that we've been hearing about, but nobody, has taken it seriously. We are looking into that space seriously. We identified a competent and a capable consultant. We're engaging with them at the right time. We're going to formally unveil them, and then they will help us in developing and preserving not only our mangrove forests, but also help us to market those attributable carbon credits, those blue carbon credits, that will be another major source of income for the state. So in giving plus or minus in another 12 to 18 months time, once these things begin to come into fruition, we'll see now the state will be operating at a multi-income level stream kind of position as to be able to generate enough, to be able to meet the increasing demand for infrastructural development within the state, as well as meet the human capital requirements by way of schools, education, also agro and improve agricultural practices along the value chain, hospitals along that line, all within a space of 24 months. So there's a lot actually cooking in the pot now, as it were. But we're just taking one day at a time, and hopefully these things will manifest, to the good and happiness of the people of the state. So one thing that is, I can assure the people here is that, the governor has a very good heart and means very well for the people of the state. He's going to be a leader of all Deltans. He's frugal. When I mean frugal, he's really frugal. He doesn't spend money. He must make sure, there's enough justification for anything before he puts his money down. And that is one thing people will begin to see and appreciate in him. And two, quality of whatever projects that are going to be implemented by the state government now is going to be of top standard. You get it? Because if we're paying so much, it's only fair we get value for our monies. And this government and the governor is a no-nonsense person. He has said it openly, said it publicly. He says it anytime he has opportunity. And there's no room for shoddy job. We must get value for every kobo that we spend. And as a state, as a ministry, as it were, we're also supporting the effort of the government in that direction. We have rolled out a dedicated line to all Deltans. It is being carried every day, top right corner of the pointer. You don't have to confront any contractor you think that's working in your area that you think is doing a shoddy job. What you just need to do, take a picture of this or send a small text message to that number. And we can assure you, you'll get a government response, we'll investigate, and we'll give you feedback. So that's the only way we can help the government to succeed. We need people to also show interest in government programs and projects within their area. We cannot be everywhere at the same time. But once people are responsible enough to be able to give those feedbacks, then everybody is put on their toes. The contractors will know, look, I have to do this because I don't know who is watching. And before you know it, collectively, we'll be helping our state to get better. I don't know if I can give you that line, the number. Our Echo plan is 0901 186 2842. I'll take that number again. 0901 186 2842. It's a dedicated line of the Ministry of Economic Planning of the state, and we are encouraging members of the public to report shoddy and substandard jobs within their communities by taking pictures and sending text messages to that phone number. And I can assure you, somebody will visit, somebody will be made to account.